excited are you to be working with Aubameyang again? He was sensational for you at Dortmund. Can he be this good again? And what's the situation with his fractured jaw?
Hopefully he can be that good again, but we know very well what we get with Auba, and he was very keen to come back to Premier League, and we're very happy that we could make it happen. He delivers normally everywhere where he played. He delivers goals, but more important, he delivers also speed and work rate against the ball. So it's a big package that he can bring to our group, and that's why we did it. At the moment, he cannot train. We first have to make sure that he gets a mask. We need to provide him a mask to protect his jaw, and then we can start to try with the mask from next week.
Obviously, when he was at Arsenal, it didn't end well, and there were disciplinary problems there.
Yeah.
I think when you had him at Dortmund, you had some issues too with timekeeping.
Yeah.
It was the Champions League game at Lisbon where you pulled him out, and then
Once,
scored 4 against Hamburg. So
yeah.
have you got to manage him carefully again?
That was the only incident, and it was not even about timekeeping. It was just about the rule that we set between the matches, and he forgot about the rule and visited his hairdresser. I guess that was it. So nothing big. There was never a big issue. He has a bit problem with his time. It's but also he never misses a meeting or something like this. But the 60 minutes before to arrive in training, it's sometimes a struggle with him. Sometimes it's 58 or 59 minutes before that he's in, but never major concern. He has a good heart. He's a top character. This is how I knew him, and I'm 100% sure that he will fit into our dressing room. He was while he was my player, he was always positive. He was in every single training. He never missed a training. He was never injured. Hopefully it will stay like this. He was always happy, in a good state of mind, and that influences a group in a very positive way. This is how I remember Auba. This is how I felt him when I met him here in London while he was playing for Arsenal when we met, and this is what we expect from him.
So how happy are you with Chelsea's summer transfer spend? It was so big that you broke the Premier League summer record.
Oh, really?
Todd Bowley spent wisely. Are you
Well, I think we can discuss endlessly if we overspent or it's too much money for the players, but the players that we got are very, very good players and very good personalities. So everything was needed, desperately needed, to rebuild the group and to inspire the group. And I think we did excellent signings. We can now, of course, it does not help if we talk about the price too much, because we'll always find people, and yeah, it's maybe hard to argue, who say this is way too much money. Okay, but this is how the market was for us. Maybe we were not in perfect position to find always the right timing and the right price for what we did, but this was nobody's fault. It was given to the situation. But the players we got fit perfectly, and it's I'm very happy to work with this group now.
How excited are you about Fofana?
Very, because he is that kind of profile that we identified very, very early as replacement for Tony and for Andreas, and we are very happy that we stayed patient. Super happy that Todd and Bedat were like relentless on it and never gave up, and that we managed to fulfill this transfer, because Wesley is like I say, he's young, he's fast, he's very, very strong in set pieces, defending and attacking, and he was one of the very early targets to replace our guys that left the club.
And just finally, can you talk about Zakaria? Is he going to be in the squad for this weekend, and what's the latest on?
No, I think we need to work on my latest news and information and understanding is that we need to work on the work permit. So he will be not in the squad for Saturday. That is too close for tomorrow, and we hope for Tuesday, and then for Fulham.
And Loftus-Cheek and Reece James
are back in training and both available. So in the moment it's only N'Golo out. Everybody else was in training. Was a group of 19 players, and then it will be like with Auba and Dennis. It will be 21 players plus goalkeepers.
Mark Scott, PLP.
Thanks. Thomas, you were understandably unhappy with the performance during the week. What's the reaction been like in training this week, and what have you been saying to them to try and get them to toughen up?
Yeah, we need to. I think we need to, all of us, and we will use the end of the transfer period, and we will use simply the energy and stability that gives you when you know which is the group, which are the players, who is in the squad, and who fights for what. We will use the stability that we simply need to grow and to build a group and to influence each other in a positive way. We will use this momentum. We could see it yesterday and today on the pitch. There was not a lot of training, of course, and not the most intense training because of the 2 matches within a week. But I saw a reaction already yesterday. Today we had a good training session, and the cards are on the table. I need to choose a team for tomorrow. And from there we go, and we will use it, like I say, as a new start, as kickstart into the season. It's needed. It is needed. We have our reasons why it is like this, but we need to leave it behind us and don't think so much about what was going wrong. We have the chance to start the season new tomorrow, home game, with the squad that we have, with the players that are available, and I have the feeling that everybody's ready to show up.
Looking at that game, what have you made of West Ham so far? Bit of a slow start, got
Yeah.
the first win, unlucky to not beat Spurs as well in the week.
Yeah, it was a good match of football. I enjoyed watching it from both teams. West Ham was very strong. I mean, they are what they are. They are a very physical team. I have the feeling they are a strong group with a good team spirit. They're a strong group with the manager, together with the manager. They know what they are. They know what they have periods where they can create huge moments, huge momentums within minutes. Then they have periods where they dig in and defend deep and with a lot of discipline, and always ready to hurt you on counterattacks with speed and physicality. Then come a lot of crosses with Souček arriving in the box for headers, and of course set pieces where they are like strong and physical. So this is what they are. They struggled a little bit in getting results and getting maybe growing into the season. They had also some late signings which injected, I think, a lot of quality and personality in their group. So it will be a tough derby.
Yeah, and just finally, you mentioned a few times their physicality. How much of a concern is that for you if toughness has been an issue for your players?
Yeah, well, we need to step up. We have like how many games to go in Premier League. If we don't get tough, we will get punished all the way. So this is not what we want. This is not what we are up to. And we will show a reaction that we can do this. Is proven that we can do it with this group. Is proven. So we need to find that spirit, and we need to find the right spirit and attitude throughout all the matches. And it includes me, my staff, and the team. And like I said, we are now at the moment using the momentum that we know who is in the squad, and from now on, this is we will show a new face, and have to show a new face, and have to show a new toughness.
Thanks, Thomas.
Moose.
Thomas, a couple of weeks ago we spoke about the curse of the number 9 shirt. So
Yeah.
is Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang going to take the number 9 shirt? And is this the player, maybe apart from Drogba and Costa, to finally be a central striker that actually fires in enough goals for Chelsea to be considered a success?
Well, we hope, and now it's on us to prove it, on me to find position and and to create enough support for him, and on him to finish our attacks and to be strong and to be on the pitch. I'm not sure if he took the number 9. I'm not aware of his number at the moment. If he did, I think he is not afraid of the past and what a number means. He is ready to write his own history, and if he is brave enough to take the 9, he takes the 9.
We've spoken about his character already. Wesley Fofana, does it bother you at all that when he was at St Etienne and wanted to go to Leicester, he went on strike and didn't want to play? This season he wanted to move to Chelsea, told Leicester he didn't want to play. His character, I mean, outside of being on the pitch, how do you deal with a character like that?
I don't know enough to judge all the facts. I don't know, I don't know about. Don't have enough information about the situation. Sometimes players have promises. Sometimes players have promises in handshakes. Sometimes there are misunderstandings that lead to these situations. Of course, the clubs where it happens never like it. We would not like it, 100% not. But we're not judging from that because we don't have the whole picture. Wesley, to me, was very reliable in what he said. He was never disrespectful towards Leicester in his words towards me, in his behavior, and how he acted when we were like talking or messaging. He was always very respectful and respected the situation there. He saw a chance for himself. And he saw opportunity to convince Leicester and to make a point at Leicester to come to us and see the benefit for his own person and to convince the officials at Leicester, which in the very end happened like this. But towards me, he was a very respectful and open person.
And finally, from me, Chelsea, however much money they spent, it's kind of irrelevant. But do you feel under any more pressure now? You lost at Leeds, lost at Southampton. You've got all your signings in. It's your team. Does it put you under a little bit more pressure to go and challenge for the title this season, to go and win?
Well, before we talk about challenging for the title, we should be ready to challenge with West Ham for a win, and then we go on. It's too many losses already, too many points dropped already to talk about big things. Just because the transfer period ended is not like it's not the only point in a turnaround, and we need a kind of a turnaround in this season. I told you many times that I think that we are like a club in transition, and we are paying a bit the price, not only paying the price in the money that we pay for new players, but we pay a bit the price for the last half a year of insecurity. And I think the teams that are like now dominating the league or like getting earlier into their rhythm are the teams who knew since many months what they want, where they are, like which role they're gonna play, from which role they attack in this league. And it was not so clear, and is maybe not so clear until today for us. So we have to come from behind because we struggled result-wise. We have periods in every game where we play okay. We have periods in every game, except for Tottenham, where we don't play where we don't play okay. We got punished for not a lot with results, but this is where we are, and from now on, it's of course the pressure is on, and the responsibility is on me. But this is always like this, no?
Good luck tomorrow.
Thanks.
John Southall, 5 Live.
Hi Thomas, have you sat down with the players since the game at the weekend to maybe get their opinion on what's going wrong, why they're maybe not stepping up in certain games or not tough enough? Have you had a chat with them?
Yes, but not too much, because I was honestly waiting until the day today, because yesterday was afternoon training, and until 11 at night was still the transfer window open, and I did not want to engage in these kind of important talks with players who maybe are not 100% committed because they're still trying to go out. So why to engage in this? For me, was more important to win time until today, and from now on we will do everything to influence this group in the way we want, and to sharpen our attitude to a level that is needed to be competitive on a higher level, because we believe that we can be more competitive than we are at the moment, and it's of course on us to show. It's on me to bring it out of the group, and then it's on the players to show it on the pitch.
Has the transfer window been a distraction for some of the players, and maybe also for you? Because I think you've said in the past you've probably done more than you'd like to.
Yeah, it was quite turbulent, but it was absolutely, there was no choice. There was no choice not to do it, because the situation was the situation. We were sanctioned. We were very late in the transfer market. We did not know what's going to happen, what is possible, which player leaves us, and which player does not leave us, and what is then possible. So of course everybody took his responsibility. The new owners stepped in, and like I said before, I think they did not sleep at all, And of course, you can call it a distraction, you can call it like a shift of focus. Of course, it was like this, and that's why I'm happy that it's closed now, and the focus shifts completely now to the team and to coaching and to influencing and pushing the team to a limit. But there is nobody to blame. There was no other option than doing it in the way we did it. And I think we managed to get like very good players in, very high quality, high profile, and good personalities. And from now on, it's okay. We need to build this team.
Okay, last two, Nick at PA and then ITV to finish.
Yeah, Auba has taken the number 9 shirt, and he's also said he's coming back with some unfinished business to the Premier League. The fact that he's is embracing both those things, I assume, judging on the words you said, that you'd be pleased that he would, meet those challenges head on.
Yeah, and Auba is, in my point of view, always happy to fight for something and to accept the challenge. So the more challenges he has, the better it is. If he wants to overcome the number 9 curse, or if he wants to show somebody in London that he is better than people think about him, the more the better, because he is up for that and he's happy. I know him as a very focused and in general very open and very a person with an open heart and very happy to be on the pitch every day. So this is what we wanted. Very positive influence into any group, and he is, like I said, up for any challenge, and he's happy to be on the pitch and score goals. This is what we want.
Last question, ITV.
Thank you. So, Aubameyang, as you know, spent all those years at Arsenal. Now he's eventually come to Chelsea.
Yeah.
What does he need to do to get the trust, get the backing of Chelsea fans who might look at him and say, "You play for Arsenal, I don't know, you can have you."
I don't know. I think it's more. I imagine that everybody's happy that he chose the club in blue now instead of the club in red. So I think they will see very early about what he is, and he's about using his speed, but using not only his speed to score and to be selfish and score, but he is a very hard-working striker. He always was. He is like the first line of pressing. He is very strong in counter-pressing, and he's ready to work. And that what made him special in Dortmund when he worked for me. That made him a captain of Arsenal, and he lifted some trophies there. So I think just to reduce him on his last half a year or last season where things became a bit difficult, I think it's I cannot judge it, but it's very rarely in these situations that it's a one person's problem, these things. So it is what it is. I'm not there to judge about anything because it is none of my business. I can just tell you how I met Auba and how Auba was for me and how I met him here in London as a person, and I'm convinced he did what he did in any club. He scored and he won titles, and he has the winning mentality, and he has the positivity to be a huge influence in a group.
Okay.